Hey, what's up, guys? Alex here. It's a cold, sunny day here in North York, Toronto, and we're here at the northeast corner of Yonge Street and Sheppard Avenue, and continuing the series of exploring our subway and LRT stations. We're going to be visiting Sheppard-Yonge Station, which is the fourth busiest station in the network. It is an interchange station on both Line 1, Yonge University, and Line 4, Sheppard. And this station opened in 1974 as Sheppard only, before it was renamed to Sheppard-Yonge Station for the opening of Line 4. And this station pretty much serves the ever-growing North York City Center, also known as Willowdale. As you can see, there's many high-rises up ahead, both residential and commercial. And there's actually even a new, looks like they're building another new condo building here right behind the Emerald Towers. And look, there's a Hallmark Center. Again, this area has really changed. I remember when this was still a growing area back in the 2010s. But originally, this was supposed to be a terminus station of the Yonge North Subway extension. This station would have a bus terminal that would originally go out to the growing suburbs of Markham, Vaughan, Richmond Hill, but of course, Finch would actually be much easier for that. So I guess let's just go inside the station. So there's 6 entrances to the station. This one here, right next to the Yonge Sheppard Center, which is a shopping mall here. And this might be another long video. And this mall was renovated 10 years ago. And before the renovations, there used to be an elevator that went directly onto the street. I think it might have been somewhere around here where this new elevator is. Yeah, so this is the mall. I did say before that I wasn't going to record at interchange stations, but it is a Sunday, and when I got off line 1 about half an hour ago, it wasn't even that busy. Of course, on weekdays it's a very different story. I was here on I think was it Thursday or Friday, and it was it was very busy. There's an information booth here. All right, we are going to go inside. And this is where we are on the map right here. All right, let's check out the bus terminal. Just have to walk through this underground passageway. Well, these circles are actually a piece of art. Right behind that is the elevator. Yeah, and for such a busy station, it's definitely not that busy today. Oh, there's the exit to Harlandale Avenue and the west side of Yonge Street. Let's take the elevator. And elevators were installed in 2002 when the Sheppard subway opened that year. There's like many elevators at the station. I did all of them, I think back in the fall. But obviously this one will take us to the buses. Actually, now that I remember, I was actually here on Friday. I took the 984 here. Yeah, so There isn't actually a list of routes here. Oh, but there's a map of the station area. Look, even North York Center is on that list. So yeah, you can catch the 98 Willdale Senlac bus, the 185 Sheppard Central bus, which is like a local service to the Line 4 subway. These are just drop-off bays only. We go across here. This is where you can catch the busier routes, the 84 Sheppard West buses and the 984 Express. This one's going all the way to Weston Road. There are the two off-street entrances that go directly down to Line 4. And there's a 98. And it is pretty cold. Alright, let us go downstairs. And it is 3:48 right now. Alright, so let's check out Line 4. And they began construction on the Sheppard subway back in the late 1990s. And the way they designed the Line 4 station itself is a little bit weird. Okay, now here's a map of the whole station. So, yeah, we're actually right here. And we're gonna walk through here, through the unused platform, and we'll make our way back down. They really seem to improve their maps of the station to make it more clearer. And these are pretty old school signs, at least in my opinion. There's a couple of retail here. There's a Gateway Newsstands, and here is a Tim Hortons. This one's brand new. It just opened up a couple months ago, and that used to be a Starbucks. And then this Rainbow and Things shop has been around for a while. I wouldn't be surprised it's been here for for so long.
There's no subway service on the portion of Line 2 between Keele and St. George stations due to track work. Shuttle buses are running.
All right, this is Line 4, but here's the catch. You cannot board the trains here. You have to go to the other side. So during construction, they actually made the side platforms for Line 4, as well as a roughed-in center platform for future use. The platforms are very wide, so they could handle future ridership. But look at the mosaics here, which actually depict the history of Yonge Street itself, from what I read online. And of course, there's more on the other side. So maybe in the future, when the line does get extended west, this platform could potentially be in use to improve, efficiency. But the only time this platform is really used is when it's the end of service and trains are going back to the yard. But just drop off the passengers here, and then they just go on to the Davisville yard. And then if you can see in there's a train in the storage track. It's quite a ways to to get around here. But there goes the eastbound train to Don Mill Station. And like I said, and again, Line 4's history is it's a bit controversial. I'm not gonna explain it here, but all I will say is that it was a pointless 5-stop subway line before, and now I think what was it? Yeah, every time I go on Line 4, there's actually seems to be a lot of people using it. But mind you, the stations are like underused. I think that guy was trying to say something to me, but I do have my AirPods on. I'm not going to be disturbed while I'm recording a video. Alright, so this is the very empty Western Concourse. And of course, these go up to the other entrances I pointed out that we saw from the bus terminal. There's also one that goes directly into a office building too. Let's get a thumbnail here. So yeah, essentially 99% of the time, the trains pick up passengers here. And of course, they also deboard the passengers here. But the fact that they well, I don't think it's pointless that they have this platform, because they do have to use it for, accessibility purposes, right? Because of course, many people in wheelchairs or other mobility devices, they have to rely on elevators, but as you can see, that elevator has stickers on there, and that's because it's out of service. And this entrance goes out to the Hallmark Center. So at the southeast corner there in Sheppard. So fun fact, during the design of the line and the whole station, Princess Diana's death came in 1997, and they wanted to rename the station Princess, but that was quickly turned down. Even the Spencer family did not want that to happen, so they decided to rename the whole station from Sheppard to Sheppard-Yonge itself.
Learn more at ttc.ca/safety. Line 4 to Sheppard-Yonge.
This is a very underrated line. I know people criticize it for being a white elephant, but the stations every station is actually pretty unique. I even did a video of the Bazarian station on Friday. Let's see here. All right, let's go down to the Line 1 platform now, where I'm going to end off the video, because I'm going to be hopping on a southbound train as I make my way towards home.
Monday to Thursday, subway service on the portion of Line 1 between Finch and Hamilton stations will end at 11 p.m. nightly to Colorado. Some buses will run.
So very recently, the old outdated walls were removed. So presumably, they're probably going to add new walls, just like they did to Finch Station. That's my train, but I'm not going to get on it just yet. Okay, it is kind of busy here, but not like what you would see, during a typical weekday. So this elevator goes up to the Line 1 platform, and then this one here goes up to the concourse. Actually, behind these doors on both sides, there's actually some wide spaces because they wanted to reconfigure the whole platform in anticipation, you know, for Line 4 itself. But that's never really happened. But maybe one day, if Line 4 ever gets extended westward, they'll probably have to use the center platform for future use. But yeah, this again, they quietly removed the walls from here, and who knows what they're gonna put up next. Oh yeah, and this station saw about 92,000 people in 2023, 2024, making it one of the busiest stations in the subway system. Let's see, 4 minutes. And there is the southern exit to, I think, Points Avenue and Yonge Street there. Yeah, I never thought I'd be recording at interchange stations, but I think they're more suitable when it's like off-peak hours or nights. But it's 3:58 p.m. so. And also, I'm not doing every single station. I'm probably not gonna do the ones downtown or even Kennedy or Kipling stations, for example. Just because, you know, it's always very busy, no matter the time of day. But I do want to expand my ground here a little bit. I'm gonna try to do more of the stations that are really stand out, like, you know, this one here, even though its walls are just they're probably getting a makeover. All right, well, that wraps up the video. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more videos and check out my others as well. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and peace out. Bye bye.